desert of Rajasthan, where man and beast are lost in a boundless ocean of sand. This hot, rainless desolation is the abode of resounding silences. The hamlet is lying deserted, for the people have moved away in search of water. It is indeed the valley of the shadow of death. A little water is found, and the people camp here. Their talk is mostly of water. Water is the most important thing in their lives, and this sojourn will be over soon. Where do we go from here? Our families and our cattle. This is the eternal question. Life is like an endless famine. Bravely they till the thorny fields. For him, this is an excellent crop. It is an irony that the soil is fertile, but waterless. This desert belt lies to the northwest of Rajasthan. Today, there are no rivers in this land. The Ghaggar, which brings an occasional overflow to Hanumangarh, once flowed through this region. Along the dry riverbed at Rangmahal, recent excavations reveal glimpses of a vanished civilization, which flourished here 5,000 years ago. Today, the nearest rivers flow in far-off Punjab. They are perennial streams fed by Himalayan snows. If only these waters could be taken to the desert. It's not an easy job to carry these waters all those hundreds of kilometers. A beginning was made when the Bhakra Dam started supplying water to a network of canals. Some of these canals are already irrigating parts of Rajasthan. Earlier than these, the Gang Canal was taken out to the desert from the Punjab. Today, rich crops of cotton, rice, wheat and sugarcane are growing in abundance in the districts of Ganganagar and at the Suratgarh mechanized farm. The city of Ganganagar flourishes now, where windswept sand dunes once dominated the bleak landscape. Thanks to the Gang Canal, Ganganagar has become one of the biggest grain markets of India. But most of the wasteland is still waiting for water. In 1948, an ambitious plan for a major canal was conceived. To implement this project, a barrage has been built at Harike, below the confluence of the Sutlej and the Beas. This barrage is the starting point of the new Rajasthan Canal. The canal is going to be 684 kilometers long. The length of its branches and distributaries will be 8,000 kilometers. The network will irrigate 1.5 million hectares in the districts of Ganganagar, Bikaner and Jaisalmer. To increase the water supply for the canal at Harike, the Ravi has been linked with the Beas at Madhopur. The most important source of water will be the Beas Dam. In the Himalayan foothills of the Punjab, the Beas runs through a gorge near a place called Pong. A dam is to be built over here, which will provide perennial irrigation to the Rajasthan Canal. A large area around Pong will be submerged in the reservoir. The people affected will be provided with land elsewhere. Work on the dam site has started in full swing. The quality of water and the types of rock and clay are being examined. A deep tunnel has been dug under the riverbed to investigate the rock strata. It is also to be ascertained if the various types of rock can withstand the weight of the dam. Roads are being built to carry machinery, equipment and material required for the dam. This large-scale excavation of earth is made possible with the help of earth-moving machinery. Rail and road bridges are an important part of the project. A large colony of workers has sprung up nearby. In Rajasthan, on 31st March 1958, the people flocked near Hanumangarh to participate in a ceremony. Work on the canal was inaugurated by the late Pandit Govind Ballabh Pant. In the last 5 years, considerable progress has been made, and today work is advancing in the sand dunes near Suratgarh. A great many hills in this region have been cut, and a large number of depressions have been filled. This is an extremely difficult task because the gusts of wind dump back the sand during summer months. Here a 50 meters high sand dune has been completely dug up. It'll be an achievement to move these mountains of sand. To cut a canal through this impossible tract requires all the patience and skill of our engineers. Here the level of the earth has been raised to a height of 30 meters over a very large area. This work will go on for another 15 years, for taming the rugged desert is not an easy job. Work is going on day and night. A major portion of the canal is still to be built. It's a stirring drama of human effort, this creation of a new world out of unyielding sand. Earthwork is also done by manual labor. Thousands of workers have been brought here from distant places because this area is very thinly populated. This labor force is scattered over hundreds of kilometers. Earthwork is proceeding at many sites at the same time. Life is hard in the wilderness and the workers face grave odds, but the work must go on. Machines are important, but human labor is indispensable.
Indeed. And what about mentioning us, the poor asses? Where would be your celebrated project if we didn't cooperate? And if you think that you can bully us into slaving for you, you are sadly mistaken.
I do beg your pardon. As I was saying, this is a thrilling drama of mules, men and machines who are busy creating a brave new world. Gradually the banks rise as the sand is piled up. The slopes are scraped for lining. The sands are porous and the weather very dry. To conserve the water from seepage, the entire length of the canal has to be lined with tiles. There is absolutely no dearth of clay and sand for making the tiles. The tiles and bricks are baked in the kilns, which are built on the site. Two layers of tiles are laid on either side. A considerable length of the canal has already been lined. The Rajasthan canal will have the greatest water carrying capacity in the world. A coating of plaster is applied to the lining in the canal bed. A lot of water is needed for all this. It's brought down to the site by a pilot channel. On higher levels, it is lifted by pipes. Water is sprinkled over the tiles and the bed is kept underwater so that the lining may not crack. A number of side projects are required while a canal is being built. Regulators for diverting the water into distributaries and branches. Road and railway bridges. Here is a siphon which carries the floodwaters of the Ghaggar River from under the canal. Roads are being made along the canal. The banks are shaded with trees and grass is planted. Part of the canal is already complete. In October 1961, waters were released for the first time in the Thar Desert distributary of the canal. The next to start its journey from the same spot was the distributary of Rajasthan. These distributaries further branch off into smaller channels. At present, they are receiving their water supply from a canal of the Bhakra network. At long last, water has reached the fringe of the desert. Seasonal irrigation has started in a small area. Perennial irrigation will be possible in about 7 years when the Bias Dam is complete. But in the wilderness all around, man still continues his search for water. Water is still the unrealized dream of their lives. The peasant is still toiling in his scrubby field. It has been a long, long winter in this land. But spring is not far behind. Soon a time will come when thorny cultivation will give way to luxuriant fields. The miserable hamlets will turn into important grain markets and rich industrial cities. When water arrives, the desert will vanish.